Listen, Zillow just made a move that a lot of people miss. They're quietly positioning people to better their credit. And here's how you can implement some of the same things and position yourself to not only better your credit, but also make money. In this day and age, a lot of people need more streams of income. So I'm here to help you create $1,000 days by leveraging credit education, which is what Zillow is starting to tap into. So let's dive into what happened. They're going to talk about the stocks and the shares. We're not really as concerned about that. We want you to understand what's going on and look at it as an opportunity, not look at it as just something that's happening. How can you understand where things are going when big companies are doing certain things, and how you can be somebody who stands out and positions yourself to not only do a similar thing that they're doing, but beat them at their own game and help people at the same time while you're bettering your credit and bettering your finances. So it talks about the shares of the real estate marketplace Zillow and their stock jumping 2.9% in the afternoon session. But what I really want to talk about is they're expanding its rent reporting service nationwide. Now, I've been helping people better their credit for years, over 10 years, and then I've been helping do it for them for the past 5 years. And I've educated people in ways that allows them to better their credit, even if they don't pay a dime with my free education, or if they decide they want to make an investment in themselves and speed up the process, I help them in there as well. But I'm also helping people launch their own credit business so that way they can start not only understanding what it needs to take, what it takes to better their own credit, but also helping others. And now they can create residual income. They can create $1,000 days. They can create legacy in their community just based on them having a new skill set to help people better their credit. Well, Zillow is stepping into the same game. They're making it easy for renters to build their credit history. Now, with Zillow being a marketplace for home, that's genius for them to do that due to the fact that them helping people better their credit using rental history positions their customer to have better credit and qualify for their marketplace, which is homes. So they're building some know, like, and trust just off of people feeling like Zillow is not just a source to buy homes, it's also a source to build credit. And this kind of weeds out some people. Now, this is what you have to understand. When it comes to leveraging your credit or leveraging your rent to build credit, I think that's a genius strategy. I've been helping people do that with a link, down below that you can use. This it's called, basically, it allows people to go back a couple of years on reporting their rent and start reporting their rent going forward. In many cases, this can help a person boost their credit over 100 points. And what better way to prove that you are credit worthy and ready to buy a home than to have your rent being reported? Very important. A lot of times when I felt that was not being reported, rent not being reported, I feel like that doesn't make sense. That's the true test, not necessarily the auto loan, not necessarily a personal loan. Your living establishment right now is a true test of your ability to be able to afford a home in many cases. So reporting rent is a key piece. But not only that, this is what you need to take from it. If you're not reporting your rent and you're accredited less than ideal, then consider it, because it can strengthen your score in more ways than one. For one, you get better payment history and rental history if you backdate it. For two, it is starting to strengthen your Vantage score. Now, a lot of people talk down on Credit Karma. I've talked down on Credit Karma to a degree just because I know that typically they use FICO in terms of your scoring model. However, Vantage scores are starting to gain some dominance because a lot of people are using them to view their credit profile. But now the opportunity has been presented so that people can leverage their Vantage score to buy a home. There's a Vantage score model that allows them to look at their Vantage score, and their Vantage score can also include rental reporting and makes it easier for them to buy a home. I did a video on there previously. So just understanding what's changing positions you to know more than the next person, which also positions you to better your credit, which also positions you to help someone else better their credit. Listen, credit is something that affects everyone. Knowing that, why aren't you considering adding that as a stream of revenue into your household, especially if you have decent or excellent credit? Because you're steps ahead of someone else, and that knowledge or skill set is worth money. So if you've ever thought, what are some other ways I can make money? Consider credit. consider credit. It's not for everyone, because I always say it's not for a person who does not have integrity. A lot of times people just want to make a quick buck. They're just trying to see what they can do, the quick flip. This is not that. You really have to care about the people that you're serving, the people that you're helping, and really want to give them value. And that value converts to them having better credit. That better credit converts to them having a better lifestyle or experience or a better home and doing it on their terms. So it's a trickle down effect. If a person is doing it without integrity, if they lack integrity and they're trying to go down this business model, it's not going to turn up good. Because what happens in those cases, which it has happened, people get a lot of people who trust in whatever it is that they're doing and buy into their services. But then what happens is they go ghost because they made the money. They didn't realize they, couldn't help people like they thought they could, or didn't have a true system or blueprint, and they just ran off with the money, and now people were just kind of left high and dry. I've dealt with different clients who have those bad memories and, horror stories. So you got to have integrity. All right, enough of that. Now, it says not just those paying Zillow could have their on-time rent payments reported to all major credit bureaus for an annual fee of $20. The partnership built upon previous Zillow program that had already helped over 141,000 renters. So it says Isuzu, the market leader in this field, reported that renters in its program saw an average positive credit score increase of 45 points. This initiative was designed to help renters improve their financial standing, potentially moving them closer to home ownership. So this is a strategic play by Zillow, and they position and posture themselves to dominate multiple markets. They're already a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the real estate industry, when it comes to like the MLS. For those of you who know about the MLS, that's the system where usually only realtors have access to showcase homes. Well, most people are looking at Zillow. So Zillow is stepping on a lot of toes, but doing it in a way that's benefiting the consumer. And that is a model worth understanding. Now, again, you can take this and say, okay, I want to, see what Zillow has to offer and use their rent reporting. Or you can position yourself to know that, okay, the knowledge that I now have can position me to know that I have strategies and tools and resources and things that I can plug into to help people better their credit, and as a result, make money in the process. If you want to be a part of that and you want to start making money leveraging the credit education industry, where you give access to education, knowledge, or put people in position to know that you have a solution to their problems, then there'll be some links available below. The fastest route is to be able to book a call so we can get you on the phone, and then I can let you know the process and how you can launch your credit business. And I want you to be profitable and have your first $1,000 day as soon as possible, or have your first new $1,000 coming in as soon as possible, so you build that confidence in knowing what you have the capability to do, and you'll have support, ongoing guidance throughout the whole process. That way you're not launching your credit business alone. And from day one, I can show you how you can look like you've been in business for years, just off of the tools that I give you access to. But if you just want to kind of look around and see what you have or can do or get access to and better in your own credit, then I have a community that you can tap into as well. So it's totally up to you, but I want you to get in position so you can better your own credit if that's a goal of yours. But if you also want to generate income from credit and understanding that credit positions you to be a key person of influence in your family, a key person of influence in your community, a key person of influence in the world when you take it to the World Wide Web. Now, that goes a long way. So tap the links down below. Hopefully this serves you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. See you on the next one. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.